Hi, welcome back to Purpose Driven Channel. Today, I want us to explore one of the most profound questions of life. That is, who is a human being? What happens when a person dies? To be honest, many of us go through life without taking the time to understand what truly constitutes a human being and what happens after death. The pressures of survival, work, family, responsibilities, and the pursuit of success keep us so busy that we barely pause to reflect deeply on these fundamental questions. Questions such as, who am I? What am I made of? What happens when this body dies? Is death the end of my existence, or is there something beyond this life? These are some of the most important questions everyone should think about and ask themselves. The answers, will shape our understanding of ourselves, our purpose, and our destiny. I want us to embark on this journey together. The three part of every human being, that is from a newborn baby to the eldest person that you can think of on this earth, is made up of three distinct but interconnected components. That is the body, the soul, and the spirit. These three makes us to be described as tripartite beings. That is, the physical body, which allows us to interact with the material world, is what we see. The soul, which is the seat of our thoughts, and that is where emotions and decisions are made. The spirit is the deepest part of us and connects us to God and the spiritual realm. These three dimensions work together to form a complete human being. The body enables us to see, hear, touch, taste, and experience the physical world. The soul houses our personality, our memory, reasoning, and that is where we exercise our free will. The spirit, on the other hand, gives us the capacity to relate to God and to perceive spiritual realities. A helpful way to understand this is the body. See it as the body as our world consciousness, the soul as our self-consciousness, and the spirit as our God consciousness. Science has helped us to understand the complexity and the beauty of the human body. Through the study of human anatomy, we learn about both the external and internal components that work together in remarkable harmony. The external parts of the body are those visible to us and covered by the skin, which serves as a protective shield for the internal organs and systems. These external features include our eyes, our hair, the mouth, the ears, the nose, your hands, fingers, nails, your chest, legs, and so many more. That is what we see. Beneath these visible parts, that is our eyes and ears, lies the internal system, which is designed with extraordinary precision. Every external feature has internal structures that function through specialized mechanisms. Let's take the eye, for example. Although we simply notice actions such as blinking, seeing, or tears flowing from our eyes, the eye itself contains highly sophisticated internal components working together continuously. It even has a natural self-cleaning process that protects it from dirt and irritation. The operation of the eye alone, which is detailed and complex that experts could spend hours explaining its full functionality. The same is true for the mouth, which contains our teeth, the tongue, the gums, and many supporting structures that enable speaking, chewing of your favorite food, tasting and swallowing. The nose also has internal systems that support breathing and the sense of smell. Inside the body are vital organs such as our lungs, liver, heart, stomach, the intestines, the reproductive organs, each carrying a unique and essential functions. The heart continues to pump blood throughout the body, and this sustains life itself. Above all, the brain serves as the central control system, coordinating and regulating the entire body. And I'm not a doctor or a scientist, so many of my explanations may not go into the depth of the medical jargons and the medical terms that they use. But nevertheless, even a simple reflection on the human body reveals an astonishing level of design, order, and interconnectedness. Every organ, tissue, and the system works together in a way that demonstrates remarkable complexity and purpose. The blood itself contains different kinds of cells contains cells such as the red blood cell, and the red blood cell is noted to carry oxygen throughout the body, and white blood cells is noted to defend the body against diseases and infection. The complexity and uniqueness of the human body are so vast that they could fill thousands of books. You can write volumes of books on this topic. Scientists estimate that the adult human body contains approximately 30 to 37 trillion cells. Since most human cells contain 46 chromosomes, which is made up of DNA molecules, the body contains trillions of individual DNA molecules. Each diploid cell contains about 2 meters of DNA. And this means that the total DNA in a single human body stretches beyond 100 trillion meters. The human body is truly a masterpiece of complexity and design, as you can see from this description. Yet, despite its beauty and sophistication, the body is temporal. It ages, decays, and eventually the body dies. We then come to the soul. The soul is often understood as the part of a person where our thoughts, memories, desires, and emotions are stored. Just as the body is sustained by food and water, the soul is shaped by what we feel, think, choose, and experience. The soul includes the mind, that is what you imagine and think. The will, that is what you choose and desire, and the emotions, that is what you feel. The soul is the meeting point between the body and the spirit, the neutral ground where free will is exercised. The soul is also where personality is formed. It is the center of self-awareness and decision-making. Through the soul, a person develops character, values, habits, and personal identity. It is in the soul that the struggles between the bodily desire and the spiritual convictions often take place. Many believe the soul is eternal, meaning that while the physical body perishes, the soul continues beyond the physical body's death. The spirit, our spirit, however, is the deepest and most immaterial part of a human being. It is the spiritual consciousness within a person and the capacity to connect with God or a higher power. While the body interacts with the physical world and the soul governs thoughts and emotions, the spirit relates to faith, worship, intuition, and communion with the divine. The spirit gives a person the ability to seek meaning beyond the material world and to experience spiritual awareness and connections. Think of it like this. Let's use a car. Imagine you are sitting behind the steering wheel of a car. If you do not start the car and drive it, the car does not function or move. When you start the car, and start moving it, you as the driver makes the decision of how to arrive at your destination, like the turns that you make, left turn, right turn, the speed limits to follow, the obstacles to avoid. You as the driver makes that decision. In terms of the tripartite nature of man using the car illustration, your body is the vehicle itself. Your soul is the driver making decisions. The spirit is the GPS connected to the ultimate destination. Without the body, movement is impossible. Without the soul, there is no decision making. Without the spirit, there is no connection to divine purpose. Let's make it more clearer using a real life scenario. Let's suppose John finds a wallet filled with money lying on the ground. At that moment, his body, soul, and spirit all begin to function together. His body plays the physical role, that is, the eye sees the wallet. The hands pick the wallet up, and his soul becomes active in his thoughts, decisions, and emotions. He thinks through the thought, no one is watching him. He might be thinking no one is watching him and could keep the money. He feels the temptation and the internal conflict between right and wrong. That is a battle within the soul. At this point, his will must make a choice. That is, his will must make a choice. His spirit, which is the part of him that connects with God, recalls the commandment that you shouldn't steal. Thou shalt not steal. Deep within his senses, the conviction that the right thing to do is to return the wallet to its owner. In the end, his soul agrees with the guidance of his spirit, and his body carries out the decision by returning the wallet. The same harmony is seen when, let's say, John enters into prayer. His body kneels and closes his eyes. His soul focuses his thoughts and expresses his desire to God. That is his prayer desire to God. His spirit communes with God in a deeper and more intimate way. The body feeds on the physical nutrients such as food and water in order to sustain or function and repair itself. However, without nourishment like the food, the body becomes weak, sick, and eventually dies. The same can be said of the soul, which that is our will, our mind, and emotion. And the soul feeds on the mental and emotional and social nourishment. It is sustained by the knowledge, purpose, creativity, love, healthy relationships, encouragement, laughter, peace, and hope. What you think about, what you expose your mind to, and the choices you make all shape the conditions of your soul. The spirit, which is the inner and immaterial core of a person, feeds on spiritual nourishment. It is strengthened through faith, prayer, worship, meditation, quiet reflection, and encouragement with sacred truth. In many religious and philosophical traditions, it can be recollected that the spirit is what connects humanity to God and to an eternal meaning beyond the physical world. All that has been said, let me ask you, do you feed your body, soul, and spirit? If your answer is yes, then what exactly are you feeding them with? Many people carefully feed the body. We take our time to feed the body while neglecting the soul and the spirit. Others develop the mind intellectually, but ignore the spiritual growth. Yet, just as the body weakens without food, the soul and the spirit can also become empty, wounded, restless, and disconnected when they are not nourished properly. This leads me to an important question that I want to put to you. What happens to the body, soul, and spirit when a person dies? Have you ever truly thought about that? It is commonly understood that when a person dies, the physical body is buried and eventually decays. Whether the body is buried or burned, the body ultimately returns to the dust. But does the soul and the spirit also decay with the body? The answer, according to many spiritual and religious beliefs, is no. The body is physical and temporary, but the soul and spirit are understood to be immaterial and eternal. This raises one of humanity's deepest questions. If the soul and the spirit continue beyond physical death, then where do they go? What becomes of them after the body can no longer sustain life? For centuries, philosophers, theologians, and religions have wrestled with these questions. Some believe the soul enters eternal communion with God, while others believe in judgment, separation, or an afterlife beyond human understanding. Regardless of one's belief system, the reality of death forces every human being to confront the possibility that there may be more to existence than the physical body alone. When we sleep, let's use our sleeping as an example. When we sleep, it can be seen as though we are temporary. It can be said as though we are temporarily separated from the physical world. In dreams, people often experience places they recognize, interact with loved ones, relive memories, or encounter situations beyond ordinary reality. While the body remains resting on the bed, the mind continues to experience thoughts, emotions, images, and awareness. For this reason, some people have compared sleep to a temporary form of death. And when the physical body dies itself, that is death itself, people associated it to eternal sleep. This illustration is often used to reflect on the idea that human existence may involve more than the physical body alone. Many religious and philosophical traditions believe that while the body is physical and temporary, the soul and spirit continue beyond physical death. In this understanding, death is not the end of existence, but a transition from the physical world into a spiritual reality. Across centuries and cultures, countless religions and belief systems have held to the idea of life after death. Christianity, for example, in particular, teaches that human beings are made up of body, soul, and spirit, and that eternal destiny is connected not merely to physical life, but to one's spiritual condition and relationship with God. According to the Christian faith, the body eventually dies and returns to dust, but the soul and spirit continues to live on. When you feed your soul with the knowledge of generosity, purity, love, peace, forgiveness, genuineness, faith in God, according to the Christian faith, you end up connecting to God. God then the spirit will also flourish from that and bear the Christian religion. If you accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior, then you stand a better chance of reaping the fruit of paradise. However, when you feed your soul with the knowledge of greed, hate, impurity, corruption, bad attitude, and the spirit is not fed with daily meditation and prayer, offering, connecting to God, but you end up concentrating on this material world, then the spirit and soul will suffer eternal condemnation from that. And bear the Christian religion, you reap eternal destruction. Let us use John once again. When John eventually dies, his body ceases to function and returns to the dust. His soul retains his personality, memories, and consciousness. His spirit returns to God, who gave it to him, as per Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7, by stating that then the dust will return to the earth as it was, and the spirit will return to God who gave it. Remember that despite time being the most precious commodity to man, the battle in this world and the next is the battle for the soul. While others freely sell their soul to the devil is striving to win more souls. So does God also wants to have more souls in heaven. Then I ask you again, who controls your soul? There is far more that could be said about the relationship between the body, soul, and spirit. I believe this brief reflection is a summary, of a deeper subject that theologians, philosophers, and spiritual thinkers have explored for centuries. In conclusion, the human being is often understood, especially within Christian belief, as a tripartite being who is made up of the body, soul, and spirit. While the physical body dies, the soul and spirit continue to live on. Because of this, Christians are encouraged to live righteously, seek God sincerely, and place their faith in Jesus Christ, not trusting merely in human effort or good works, but in the saving grace of Christ. Christianity teaches that salvation is found in Jesus Christ alone. I want to thank you for taking the time to reflect on this message. I would love to hear your thoughts and perspectives. Please like, share, and comment below. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so to stay connected and receive notification whenever a new episode is released. May God richly bless and keep you.